Hello guys, this is my first ever video of my first ever ROM hack, Pokemon Odyssey. In this game, the gym leaders have been replaced with stratums, and I kind of already beat the first one. And I'm playing hard mode, and now I'm trying to clear the second one. I'm leading with Hitmon. I don't remember the one that spins on his like head, and my Kadabra. In the first fight, basically what happens is, my boy Jack, he intimidates Skymori because, that's what Intimidate does. Then I fake out the Gligar so it doesn't aerial ace me, and I put on a Reflect with my Kadabra, but it doesn't really work out that well because the spikes were a bit much, and because I had to switch in so much, I lost a lot of damage there, and I couldn't kill Skymori fast enough because of all of the roosts. So in the end, I kind of die to Nidoking, which is outspeeds every single one of my Pokemon. I did not know Nidoking was that fast in the beginning. So yeah, that was kind of fun. It's also the fact that I don't have any IVs. What was it, EVs? Like the ones that you get from training. I think those are kind of EVs. But the second time around, I basically tried the same thing with also kind of no avail because my team didn't really change that much. So yeah. Let's see how that one goes. Not much better though. This is just hindsight, But at least they're all cheering for me, which is nice. I still lead with my Intimidator and Kadabra. It basically starts the same way, but then also kind of ends the same way. But yeah, it was a futile attempt. But that made me rethink my whole strategy as in what I needed to do. So I started thinking what TMs and what items to give my Pokemon. So yeah, that's kind of how that went. This is just me contemplating why did I lose, So I gave Ton of Punch to Jack because yeah, he wasn't really doing much with Triple Kick, and also it misses a lot. I gave it instead of Bullet Punch because I'm not gonna really be using it in this fight, and you can kind of relearn it with the move relearner. In the guild hall. You also have Wonder Trade in the guild hall, which is pretty fun to be honest. Here I'm just checking what TMs I can give that would be useful for my Pokemon, and I'm just like, yeah, this is all kind of useless. In the end, I kind of settle for a Rain Dance on my Kadabra because I need to get rid of the Sandstorm, and doing so is very vital because I also have Waggy, which is a water type, which has Bubble Beam, which will do more damage in rain, which is nice, and also it will get rid of the special defense boost it gives to rock types. So yeah, that's why I give him Rain Dance. And now it's time for my third attempt. It is quite a spectacle, I would say. I still lead with the same Pokemon. But yeah, this time I set up Rain Dance. But, how things go. In the end, I still kind of lost. But I got a little bit further this time around. But yeah, a critical hit is kind of deadly. Then after that, I reset and try to get immediately. Because I was like, yeah, I need to win this because I'm not that dumb, right? I should be able to do this with this team. I thought. So I still try the same thing, the exact same thing, the thing that Einstein says about trying the same thing over and over and it doesn't work out. Yeah, it just really doesn't. It doesn't. But this time around, I got the same things as it last time, but I lost to Priority Ice Shard, which I found out that the Donphan had now, so that's kind of nice for for future attempts. So yeah, this is me just again contemplating yo, how am I ever going to beat this dude? What do I need to do? So at this point I'm like, okay, let me just look for a different Pokemon. So I tried to catch this Murkrow because I thought it would have Prankster, until I realized that it doesn't. And then I thought about using a Whirlwind, not a Whirlwind team, but a Tailwind team. To up the speed of my Pokemon because the Aerodactyl they have is really fast, and because I don't have any speed IVs, it's quite sad So I kind of just I named my Murkrow Stall, and I kind of go on with my day. In the end, I didn't really use him because he's like without those things, he's kind of useless to be honest. So later on, I kind of evolve him, but I never really use him again in this fight. So yeah, in here we shall start, and I made some changes to my team. I still lead with the same thing, but this time I'm gonna play everything out so that you can kind of see what's happening. I switched out to Pokemon. I got from on the trade. So I fake out. I put on a reflect and I fake out the Gligar so it doesn't aerial ace me. Then Skarmory says some spikes, which is kind of irritating. I don't have like Rapid Spin yet, so I can't remove it with my boy Jack. So what I do next is I think I go for a Thunder Punch here, because I'm just thinking what I should do. No, actually I don't go for a Thunder Punch. I actually use my brain. Oh no. I still go for a Thunder Punch. That's fair. And I've set up a Rain Dance. Because I was thinking, if I send them out later, then it's probably for the better. But yeah, now I think a crap ton of hits probably would have been better to switch him out earlier, but it doesn't matter too much. I also gave Jack a magnet so that his Thunder Punch will be a bit harder, but Skarmory just shrugs it off because of his amazing defense. So instead of Jack, I put in my boy Dippy. I'm kind of confused right now as to what to do, but in the end, I'll swap to Dippy because he's like the main carry in this fight. Like I did not know Feraligatr evolved at level 30, which is super soon, which I probably should have known since I've played most of the games. But yeah, so I'm just really thinking about what I should do right now, and yeah, with my boy Kadabra. So I think I switch still. I tried to switch to Dippy, but I already switched him with my boy Jack, so that doesn't really work out. So yeah, I'm really confident because I'm really playing this really safe right now. So that's why it's taking so long for me to choose my moves. So yeah, in the end, I think I'd go with Aerodactyl or Seal because those two are probably the smartest choices in this case. So I go for Seal because they both have Ice type moves. And yeah, I kind of get hit hard, but it's pretty okay, so it's cool, we got this. I use a Ice Punch on the Gligar because it's 4 times effective, and I use a Aurora Beam on the Gligar because it's also 4 times effective. I was also thinking of using Rollout on the Skymory, but I was like, because it's Rock on Steel and it will do neutral damage, and my Seal's attack isn't that high, so it's kind of bad. I got hit hard by that aerial ace, and I almost died to Steel Wing, but it's okay because of the reflect. Next up is that Nidoking, the bane in my existence, basically. So yeah, I use a Water Tackle on the Nidoking, and I go for a Water Pulse on the Nidoking too, because I realized that I can't really kill a Skymory because it just hits so hard, and then I get crit, and I was like, damn, that's really bad. So I'm like, damn, what should I do now? So I just go in with my boy Jackie and to use Intimidate to lower the attack of the Nidoking, but Skarmory kills my Seal, and from here on out it's kind of a downward spiral again. It's pretty hard to try and win this, but I feel like I still could, so I use Fake Out on the Skymory, and I go for a Rock Slide. A Rock Slide doesn't do that much against either of them, so it's quite sad. And then I get hit, then my Jack goes down to a Shockwave, and I'm down to 3 Pokemon. I think you guys can see where this is going, but I still haven't given up yet because I feel like my Kadabra can kind of pull us back from the dead with his Psybeam, and Nidoking isn't that strong, so it could die to 1. But yeah, I got hit hard by a Shockwave, and I got hit by a Bulldoze. Well, actually I use a Bulldoze on my Nidoking to lower his speed, which is really smart of me, of course. And then I kill him, which is pretty nice because I haven't gotten this far in a while yet. But then I get hit hard by a Steel Wing, and because their Aerodactyl has EVs and mine doesn't, his outspeeds. So I go down with this Rock Slide, and the last Pokemon that's left of mine is my girl Mia, or my boy Mia, Crowval. Yeah, Crowval. So I go again, and I just pray that it works this time around. I switched to Dippy this time, I start with Dippy so that I can immediately start doing damage instead of going for Fake Out. And I put on a Reflect still on my Kadabra, because he outspeeds. I hit hard with Ice Punch. Get hit with okay-ish Air Ace, and then I get fucked back with okay. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna restart. So because of that, I just go again, and I hope that I have some better luck this time. And this time again, I start with Jack instead of my Fluttergator. I still go with Fake Out, of course. Oh no, I start with a Thunder Punch to like deal some immediate damage, but then I got hit hard with an Aerial Ace. But did manage to do some good damage. He said Skarmory spikes again, and he heals with the leftovers. I go for a switch to my boy Dippy, and I've set up a Rain Dance with Kadabra. Get hurt by Toxic Spikes, set up the Rain. Get hit hard. Skarmory uses a Roost to heal back to full. And I go for a Ice Punch on the Gligar, and I go for a Psybeam on the Gligar, because I know that the Gligar survives one Ice Punch, but I cannot survive the 1-2 combo of my boys together, you know, best friends. And my Kadabra goes, it almost goes down to a Steel Wing, but luckily I survived because of the Reflect. And here I just use a Water Tackle because in water it's boosted, but I died to an Earth Power. From my Kadabra dies to the Earth Power from the Needle King. So I put in Jack to lower the attack once more, which is just really nice. And I use a Water Tackle, which actually one-shots, which I did not expect. And now it's Donphan, and I got hit by a weak wing attack. I go for another Water Tackle, and I go for a Fake Out on the Skarmory because I don't want it to like kill my Jack. But then again, my Jack is killed by the Donphan, which is quite sad. So I put in Seal. My Reflect is worn off, so now I'm actually gonna take good damage from all their attacks, which is really bad in this case. But I still opt to go for a Water Tackle on the Donphan, and I go for a... I don't remember what I went for on the Seal, but I probably go for Water Pulse. Yeah, on the Donphan. But the Water Tackle was enough to take him out. And then this new Pokemon comes in, which I hit with the Water Pulse. So now I'm just thinking like about my next moves. But also, I was watching something at the time when I was doing this, so that's why I'm kind of like stuck sometimes, because something really interesting happened on the second screen. But yeah, we should get back at it really soon. But yeah, this is kind of a snail's pace, but it's okay. And I got hit hard by a pretty weak Steel Wing. But I hit a nice Water Pulse before the rain stops. But that actually has a berry that he eats to go back full. And I use an Aurora Beam and an Ice Punch on the Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl sadly kills my Seal, but I still have my own Aerodactyl, which is fully healthy. And I managed to get a crit on the enemy Aerodactyl. I do not know it would have killed or not, but I don't think it did. In the end, I think it would have been better if I went with my Sceptile to like use a Leaf Blade on the Marshtomp, but I didn't. So in the end, I go for a wing attack on the Marshtomp because of stab, and I wanted to get like guaranteed damage on it because Rock Slide isn't that accurate. I get hit by a Rock Tomb that lowers my speed, so I'm scared I'll be slower than the Skarmory, which is really bad because if he outspeeds me, then I could die to one of his hits. But lucky me, the Skarmory goes for my Aerodactyl, and I get a good Ice Punch in. and then I use another ice. Then I use a water tackle because I thought I was like it might deal more damage because it's like stab, you know. I mean that's yeah, it's stab because I'm water attack. But my friend again just shrugs off a wing attack like a king. Like honestly, my boy is so strong. Then I hit like a weak rock slide, and he hits me with a steel wing, which finishes me off. And then I put in my Sceptile, and I go for a Leaf Blade. Actually, I just use Water Tackle and crits, and I get the win. So that's the second stratum leader defeated, which is just amazing. So like that's kind of the end of this, and I hope you guys will tune in for like the when I try to beat the third stratum leader. And yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, and bye.